Jim Jones All Stars lets you go live from Salford and here on Riley & Co on Six Music. 2 more tunes to come. Jim, thanks very much so far. We look forward to the next couple of numbers. How are you doing?
Doing really good, thanks, kid. It's always great to be here.
Lovely. Would you mind introducing the rest of the band?
Yeah, all right. I'm going to go around the room. On the tenor saxophone, Mr. Stuart Dace, who we affectionately refer to as the Mince Python.
Good evening.
Dace is the place.
All right.
On the baritone saxophone, we have Mr. Tom Hodges.
Good evening, good evening.
We like to say, don't just book it, Thomas, cook it. Aidan Sinclair on the drums.
Oi, oi, hello.
Gavin J on the bass.
Good evening.
Alison Jones, who often gets called Erogenous Jones, backing vocals and percussion. Elliot Mortimer on the piano.
Oh, yeah.
And Carlton Mountshire on guitar.
Hello, mate.
And that's all we got tonight.
Fantastic. You're all very welcome. This is to come through via a text message. It says, Jim Jones are the best and Aidan is my favourite drummer ever. Yay. Love from Lucy, Matt and Greg in London.
Oh, nice. I thought it was going to be your mum.
Tennis on its way.
We've also heard from listeners who saw you most recently last night at the Deaf Institute in Manchester. How did that one go?
Yeah, it was good. We had a few technical issues. My amp kept breaking down, which is sort of, you know, when you go for your big solo or, you know, whatever, and nothing comes out, it's like being caught with your pants down a little bit. But it's just great. We love coming up north, particularly it's no nonsense north, you know. Everything's just as it should be. And you feel good at the end of the show.
Are the set lists liable to change much from night to night?
We do tweak it a bit, yeah. Sometimes just the running order. But we'll throw different songs in now and then if we get a long enough sound check to make sure we know them.
And we should talking about the live performance. There is the new live LP.
Yes.
Get Down, Get With It, live 2025. Tell us about how you put this one together.
Well, we've been trying to record and capture the stuff over the last year or so. And we had a few attempts that just went bad for one reason or another. But we finally got a pretty good recording. A collection of stuff, and we have been working on a studio album with Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes, which is pretty much ready, but we've been asked to hold back on it until March. So we had these dates coming up, and I had the live recordings, so kind of mixed them. It sounded pretty good. I thought it was like a good representation. Like Aidan was saying, it's great because it's kind of a bookend of this chapter of where we're at, you know, with the Jim Jones All Stars and before the new album comes out. So worked out really well. Sounds great. And the vinyl just, it wasn't really meant to be here until next week, but we got it when we got to Glasgow, so we got it with us on tour.
Oh, that's fantastic news. The only thing I've heard from it so far is that it's a great version of Cement Mixer, and that's what we started the show with as well, with another version of Cement Mixer. It is a pretty good opener, that, isn't it? Where did that song come from?
Well, it's one of the first songs I wrote with the Jim Jones Review, and it's just with this All Stars project, because it kind of came out of just putting something together during that lockdown period. And we just thought, like, hey, I wrote that song, I'm going to play it, you know? And gradually, like, sort of plundering the back catalogue as well as writing new stuff. And that's just really always goes down great live. It's good to play and people really dig it.
And quite right too. And you've talked about the new LP, and we'll get to that in a minute. I just wanted to touch on your adventures for the last studio LP, Ain't No Peril, which is a really great record.
Thank you.
And it's a great example of what you do in the studio as well. It was almost set up for you, wasn't it? You were in the South. In Memphis, the Mississippi, right by you. You had great engineer Scott McEwen. You had stormy weather. You had freight trains rolling by.
Yeah.
But then again, you had to bring what you have to it for that to work as well.
Yeah, like really interesting being in Memphis because, especially in the within the environment, our work environment that we were, we knew people that would let us have a lock in at Sun Studios or something. We'd go there at midnight and have a drink and play on the instruments and stuff they had there. So you get this almost Disneyland kind of experience. But one night I was staying at the studio and everyone left, and then Scott McEwen called me about 5 minutes. I was sitting out the back listening to the storm, just having a beer, thinking about what we'd been recording in the day. And he called me. He's like, "Jim, you still outside? Yeah. Do me a favour, go inside and lock the door, I was like, okay, what's happening? He said, well, I've just driven past the front as we were leaving. I saw a bunch of gangbangers really nearby with their AR-15s or whatever they are. And he said, there's a little alleyway from where they are that runs right back to the back of the studio where you are. And if they come around there and you're sitting on your own having a beer, it's kind of might not go well with the studio door open, you know.
Oh,
so,
boy.
but it was one of those kind of like, oh yeah, you know, it's not Disneyland.
Yeah. So where did you go this time around? As you say, you've linked up with Chris Robinson of Black Crows.
Yeah, just sort of kind of piecemeal, you know, bits and pieces here and there. And we got chatting with the guy. There's a really great festival called Red Rooster that's in the grounds of Euston Hall. Where is it? Suffolk?
Suffolk,
Yeah. And I was chatting with Harry, who's the Duke of Grafton. He's like he's known as the rock and roll Duke. He worked for the Stones for a while.
Yeah.
And you know he curates, puts together this Red Rooster thing. And that he's a big music fan, and he kind of knows his stuff. But he was saying when they were working on the house, they kept finding in the walls like seashells in the big rooms. And he said it turned out in the end, from what they could find out in the 16th century, they used it as a kind of a sound technique, you know, kind of soundproofing kind of thing.
What, like egg boxes?
And, like an acoustic treatment for the
Yeah.
room. And I said, like, would you ever record? And he wanted to say, like, we could do. So he let us go up there. We recorded a load of backing tracks in the house, which is quite an adventure. We did some stuff in Leeds. We did some stuff in All Saints Road in London, here, there, and everywhere.
Fantastic. And we'll hear the results in March, yeah?
Yes.
Fantastic. Just one thing in passing, speaking as we have about the South and wild stuff going on there, have you heard that new release on Sublime Frequencies, recordings of the West Virginia Snake Handler Church?
No, but
And
it sounds right up my street.
It's extraordinary. It's on Bandcamp. It's amazing. It's
wow, yeah.
absolutely extraordinary stuff, and I do
Oh, yeah.
recommend you investigate that when you can. But in the meantime, two more tunes to play. What's that? I believe there's a special introduction to the next one. Is that right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have Stuart Dace, the mince python himself, do the introduction as he would at the beginning of a show, and this track's called Going Higher.